We missed you because the dog park. It's gonna be. It's gonna be today. We're doing it this time. We're doing it this time.
We are ready.
Okay. Thank you. Good evening. It is now 6:35, and I call the Parks, Wellness, and Recreation Commission regular meeting to order. Can I have roll call, please?
Yes, Chair Julie Cuellar,
Present?
Vice Chair Natasha Sanchez Brooks,
Present.
Commissioner Erica Friend,
Present.
Commissioner Flor Sanchez,
Present.
and Commissioner Christian Garcia is absent.
Thank you. Now we're going to go ahead and do the Pledge of Allegiance. Can I have Commissioner Friend lead us in that, please? Thank you for leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. At this time, I'm asking for approval of the agenda. Is there a motion?
A motion. A second.
Thank you. Roll call?
Chair Cuellar,
Yes.
Vice Chair Sanchez Brooks,
Yes.
Commissioner Sanchez,
Yes.
Commissioner Friend,
Yes.
and Commissioner Garcia is absent.
Thank you. And for presentation, can we have Linda lead us?
Yes, good evening, Madam Chair, Commissioners, and members of the public. We do have a couple of presentations this evening. I would like to invite our staff member, James Enciso, who will be presenting on the Teens for a Better Community program. This was going to be a part of our department updates, but due to other commitments, we would like to invite them to come up if that's possible.
Everybody. My name is James Enciso. I will be talking about our program over at the City of San Fernando Park, Recreation Park, Teens for a Better Community. So, if you guys don't know what it is, Teens for a Better Community, it's a youth program, and basically our mission is to inspire and empower local teens to serve the city, develop leadership skills, and contribute to the wellness of our community. As well, for our vision, it is that TBC participants become civically engaged leaders, not only prepare for college and careers, but also help create healthier, more connected neighborhoods. Our goals also include to provide leadership and volunteer opportunities for local youth, organizing events that brings residents together and strengthens community ties, along with supporting wellness initiatives in San Fernando through service projects. I'll have now some of my teens speak in regards of the program and their experience.
Over the past year, TBC has hosted and supported events that directly connect to wellness and community engagement. For example, we've organized an UNO tournament for social connection, led resume and public speaking workshops, and participated in environmental workshops and city events. This impact has been huge. Thousands of volunteer hours dedicated to the San Fernando community, increased youth participation in civic and wellness programs, fundraisers that keep our program sustainable, and hands-on work experience for team building skills that go right on our resumes.
As seen, here are some of the images from our past workshops and meetings. For this one, we had a collaboration with Tree People. I don't know if you guys are aware, they plant a lot of the trees around the city, very well known through Los Angeles. We had a few team building workshops when we're just starting off to get everybody to know each other. This was our first meeting of the year. We had a team building workshop in which gave them 30 minutes to assemble a 100-piece puzzle. Now I'll pass it on to my other team.
Why join and stay? TBC isn't just about volunteering, it's about personal and community growth. Members gain leadership experience, fulfill school service requirements, and most importantly, make visible difference in the city. Whether through park cleanups, wellness events, or civic projects, we also meet motivated peers from different schools, and those connections often turn into lasting friendships and a strong network.
As leaders in TBC, we build responsibility and project management skills and earned recognized service hours, develop confidence through public speaking and teamwork, and straighten college and scholarship applications with leadership and service experience. These benefits prepare us not just for the future, but also make us more effective volunteers and leaders today.
Looking forward, we're excited about upcoming projects that align with the goals of this commission. A community impact project focused on improving our city, fundraising to expand our programming, a collaborative field trip with our CIT program, leadership and financial aid workshops, and continued involvement in city wellness events and activities. We want TBC to continue being a resource that supports both youth development and the wellness of San Fernando families.
Just wrapping up, I just want to say that TBC is more than a youth program. It's a direct investment in the next generation of leaders within our city who care deeply about the city, the parks, and the people around it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that presentation. Did we want to ask some questions?
Yeah. Any questions that anybody has?
Absolutely. Hi, thank you for the presentation. That sounds like an amazing program that you are all part of. May I ask who founded this program and who leads it, who runs it?
Well, I'm not entirely sure who founded it. I do know it's been running for a good amount of time. It has ties directly to the summer day camp within the counselor and training program. And as far as I've heard, that's been going on, I would say, since the 90s or 80s at least. But within that, Teens for a Better Community, I think, has been running for the past 20 years or so within our Recreation and Community Services Department.
So are the three of you and the rest of the members, were you a CIT at some point at Rec Park?
I was not. I'm the only staff. These two are are volunteers currently.
Mm.
But my experience comes from other youth programs. Growing up, I was in a C5LA, a very well-known program as well through LA County. But I will say, there is a few staff members within our department that were CITs, and they do come around sometimes. I don't know if you guys remember Daniela that was here the last meeting. She was a CIT, and now she runs the after-school program at our park as well.
I will tell you, my daughter and my niece were part of the CIT program at Rec Park a few years back, and their favorite part of it was the cardboard boats that they do at the end of the semester, or the summer.
Yeah.
That was their favorite part. Can I ask a couple of questions to the girls?
Go ahead.
Either of the girls?
Go ahead.
Yeah. What do you like most about the program or being a part of the program? What are you getting out of it, and what do you enjoy?
I'm starting to talk more because usually I'm like shy, and like now I get to talk and I get to meet new people.
You can't call yourself shy when you come to the dais
I
in the
know.
city of San Fernando and speak about your program. No, you're doing great. You're doing amazing. Yeah.
And we get to help out the community, which
And for yourself, which is important. Yeah. So glad that you're part of it, because being part of a community or a program like that means that one day you might be part of a program like this. Thank you.
I do have a question. I think this is amazing. I think especially with today's society, a lot of people can be isolated being on your devices. So I think this is very impactful, especially learning how to communicate and do team building, and also building your resume. That's so important. All these things to help you be a better version of yourself as a young adult. So I think it's amazing what you guys are doing. I guess the question I do have is, how do you go about recruiting and getting other students to get people involved? Like, where is this? Where are you doing outreach? Do you go to high schools? Do you do this online? Or how can a future CIT participant get involved?
So for me, I'm the one that does most of the, I would say, outreach.
Mhm.
And it is a hassle at times because I've been in the position for approximately a year, and it is kind of bumpy, but it's a learning curve that one learns. But for me, my outreach involves going directly to schools, making connections with administrators, school supervisors, anything that kind of gives me the spot to connect with them and outreach to them and give them our future programs or events that we have. And I feel that has a direct it gives a direct word to students on how to reach these programs, because I do think that a lot of students, they don't know how they could get volunteer hours. Most of them just get them within their own school. And I think it's important for them to have access to a resource that this is it's not just about volunteering and getting a work like a job, but it's also making sure the kids have a good time and they're learning and they're developing in a professional manner as well.
Great. So do you have a specific radius that you go within our community, or is it
Well, I mean,
outreach everywhere?
within the schools in our area, the farthest I've outreach to is Northridge. But within here, I go to Silmar High School, San Fernando High School, CCLA, Kennedy High School. These two girls are from Visa Vaughn International Studies Academy, but I think it's the outreach. I don't try to take it too far because we want to stay kind of not that we don't accept people from outside of our community, but it's I feel it's the most effective to people that are nearby, and we'll see better retention rates in a way where we have returning members coming back and being members of the program.
Awesome. That's wonderful. Great program. Thank you.
Commissioner Friend?
I mean, it's great. It's looking forward to seeing you guys in our seats later on in a couple years. Hopefully, we'll see you guys sitting here. Great job. All I can say is that I hope that we can see you more often and give us more updates on events that you guys are throwing, and even just knowing a couple events that we're part of that you guys are doing on us. So, thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation, and ladies, what a wonderful job you're doing. You are our future leaders. And what are the ages? I'm sorry, I don't recall. What's the ages of the group?
So we tend to mostly have high school students, or we go from ages 14 up to it's a kind of like a border between 17 and 18, but as long as you're still in high school, it's basically where we accept our ages.
And you reached out to Puck. Also, is Puck schools involved? Have you had a chance to?
I have reached out, but I think that's one of the schools where it's kind of more of a struggle to reach out to them sometimes because I've called, I've tried, and most of the time I just end up on voicemail. So
Okay,
yeah.
I know the president and a few people at the school, so if you need to get in contact, I can get that information for you, and you can just let me know, and I can help you out on that one, okay?
That'll be greatly
Because
appreciated.
definitely they do their community service hours that they have to complete by the end of the year. And I know before in the past, they have been really helping me when I needed some help out with some events that I did,
Yeah.
and they're more than happy to help. So I will you can get my number from one of the girls or my card from one of the girls,
I'll-
and or
Madam
Julio, can
Chair,
we
I'll,
get?
I'll make sure he gets your
Okay.
information. I'll put you both in contact.
Great, okay, and then we can work on that, okay? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your presentation. Thank you, ladies. It was wonderful. Okay, Ms. Moreno?
Yes, Madam Chair and and Commission members, we do have an additional presentation. We do have a representative with RJM Design Group. I believe Mr. Andy Steen will be presenting on Las Palmas Park Revitalization Project. If you give me 1 second, I think he's joining us via Zoom. 1 second, please. Mr. Steen, are you with us this evening? Hi there.
Yes, I'm here.
Please feel free to present your presentation that you have for us tonight.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, Commissioners, City of San Fernando. I'm Andy Steen with RJM Design Group. I'm an associate landscape architect with the firm, and I'm the project manager for the Las Palmas Park Revitalization Project. I've got a presentation here. I'm going to share my screen here. So just to give you a brief history of the project, RJM Design Group, in partnership with Pacoima Beautiful, which is a nonprofit organization, we conducted a series of in-person workshops to solicit community feedback, and we had some outreach events and activities to get feedback from the community to determine what amenities, recreational amenities, that they wanted to include within the park renovations. So we held in-person workshops on in 2023, we held a series of 3 on March 29th, April 27th, and May 31st. In addition to that, and to get the word out about those workshops, Pacoima Beautiful did some community canvassing where they went door to door to hand out flyers and just provide information on the project, and just inform everyone in the community and the nearby residents around the park of the project and the planned renovations. We also held I hosted a project informational website that's actually still valid, that allows community members to provide feedback on the project. There was a survey there as well. That's since closed down in terms of timing wise, but there's always the feedback button that allowed community members to provide their input, their feedback, their thoughts. And once we completed these workshops, we presented the results to the city council, who then authorized the design team, which is RJM and our sub-consultants, to proceed with the preparation of the preliminary conceptual design plans. So this is the first iteration of the preliminary design plan that you see here. This included all of the elements, the recreational amenities that the community was interested in, as well as the city would like to include. It included ball field renovations, a soccer field at the time, shading and picnic shelters, play area, some basketball courts, as well as a roller derby overlay, flat track roller derby overlay, which we heard from a big portion of the community, as well as obstacle course fitness area. So it was a complete renovation of the park facilities. However, we stumbled a bit and we had some issues due to the budgeting. So because the park was a little bit too big in scope, we've proposed to break the project up into phases. So right here is the proposed phase 1 renovation plan. So it includes the items that are in blue, outlined in blue, and then the numbers in blue. So that would include the majority of the elements around the existing community center. So that includes the play area, which was patriotic themed. That was the choice of the community, with some picnic shelters around it. And there's also a second picnic shelter over by Ball Field 1. I'm sorry, a third picnic shelter by Ball Field 1. The basketball court renovation, as well as the flat track roller derby and the obstacle course fitness area. That was all part of the phase 1 renovation plans to keep our budget around $2.9 million. So recently, the city team, the city staff was informing us that there's a potential for additional state grants that would provide, I'm sorry, I skipped ahead of it. These are some of the images of the phase 1 amenities. So the patriotic themed play equipment, here's a rendering image from one of the play manufacturers. The obstacle course fitness area, where the elements would be very similar to what you see here. The shade shelters, and then, as I mentioned, the full court basketball with flat track roller derby. These are just example images to give you an idea of what's being proposed. So as I was saying, city staff informed us that there was a potential for phase two, to do a phase two with additional state funds that would be coming kind of down the pipeline in the future after phase one would be constructed. And they asked us to outline the recreational amenities in this overall plan that we could include within that budget they were predicting of 3.6 million. So that included these items outlined in orange, which includes the ball fields, ball field 1 and ball field 2, as well as a practice backstop number 4 down by the basketball courts and obstacle fitness area that would be already constructed in phase 1. Each of the ball fields would include a scoreboard as well as sports lighting for the Musco sports lighting that would light the fields so they have use at night. And along the retreat to the south, we would have some ball containment netting, so all those baseballs don't enter the retreat there to the south. So that was the bulk of the phase 2 renovations. It focused primarily on the ball field items. There is a walking path as well that goes around the area that would be connected with a decomposed granite path. And these are some of the amenities that would be included as part of the ball field renovations, which includes soft toss batting cage, a scoreboard with the ball containment netting that I mentioned on the south side of the ball field 1, shaded seating over the bleachers and the bleachers themselves, aluminum bleachers, and then a warm-up bullpen to get pitchers ready for the next inning, so to speak. So that's the conclusion of the presentation. The elements for phase 1 and phase 2 are outlined, and I can answer any questions you might have about the project. Or I can bring the presentation back up to review slides as well if you'd like.
Thank you. Commissioner Sanchez, do you have any questions?
Thank you. Thank you for the presentation. I was actually very excited to see this. This is a park that I think most of us are eager to see, not just what it's going to look like, but already have it ready for us to use, right? But I'm just curious, nothing has been done yet. We're still in planning stages and in the mock phase, right?
Yes, the last thing we did was we began the preparation of 60% construction drawings, but we were informed to stop at that time due to the budget constraints. So no construction has occurred. It's purely paper and conceptual plans at this point.
So the 2.9 million that you mentioned for phase 1, should we move forward, it would be phase 1 and that's where we would end unless we gather more funds, and then we would move forward with phase 2. Is that right?
That was my understanding from city staff, yes.
Yeah. And so is there anything that's holding us from moving forward right now to phase 1? And of course, finishing the started plans of, you mentioned 60% completed?
Yeah, I'll take that question. This is a stop to move forward. Because of the grant application and the larger scope, we had a lot of things that the public engaged wanted as part of the plans, and it ended up in the grant documentation. And the grantor requested us to go back to the public to inform the public that we would be proceeding with this project in phases and describe phase 1 and phase 2. And then once we get through this public engagement, we'll be able to move forward and continue with finishing the design. And I believe our Andy, what our construction target is spring of this year on phase 1?
That kind of all depends on when we get started in terms of when we can finish. So it's a ticking clock, so to speak. I don't want to commit to a timeline just yet until we have direction.
So we have this meeting. Are there any other pending meetings or group sessions before the construction can begin or continue, so to speak?
What we will be doing after we present it here at the commission, we'll be updating the council about the project.
Is that in the next meeting?
It will be more than likely, it'll be the first meeting in October.
In October. So then we're looking to possibly move forward in end of October or November to sort of pick it up again, right?
Yes, pick up the design where we left it, and to finalize the drawings, which are at 60% for the phase one construction. Once we visit again the grantor, we have to revisit them and inform them of what we've done.
As of right now, we haven't received any request either from the public or from the grantor of changing anything in the drawings, or have we?
It's just, the only request was from the grantor was to break the project into phase, okay, and inform the public that we will be looking to build the project in phase instead of all at once because of the financial constraints to the project.
And then just one last question. When we do begin, when we go forward, will we be able to keep part of the park available to the public? Will it be like fenced off so we're only,
Yeah, we plan to phase the construction within the phase so that we don't lose use of the park in its entirety. It should be kind of an isolated work area when they're working. We're not going to go in there and do Grant did Richmond and tear up every facility that's out there and you know, and then don't answer the phone for several months and you're wondering what's going on with the construction. But no, we plan to phase it and move it along quite rapidly.
that's great news. It seems to me like the building will not have any changes to it, right? So that will be available the entire time to the public?
The building will be available for most of the entire time. We have some additional work that's going on at the building at this particular time. Manny will be updating you on that and providing you an update on some of the work that has been done. But there are some additional work, additional HVAC systems that need to be replaced on Las Palmas, and we will also be participating in a grant writing for those particular units. But we've done the majority, is going in tomorrow, Manny? Next week, they're supposed to be showing up and actually dropping the air conditioners into place.
These are all great news. Thank you. No further questions.
Thank you. Commissioner Brooks, because you're both Sanchez.
No, thank you. She asked the majority of the questions I was going to ask, so you answered them. That's great. I know that we had seen the drawings and renderings and we gave our opinions, gosh, way a while back. Are they taking those into consideration as you're finishing up the 60% of the drawings, or is that something we have to come back to the table with?
No, we're because we're breaking it into phase, we are continuing to consider those additional amenities that the community has asked for.
Okay, because I know that we, as a commission before, had put in a couple of notes before, so I was just wondering if you're taking in the commission's notes.
Yes, I can add to that. So when the project was first presented to the commission, before it went to council, you guys looked at the conceptual design that Andy went over here
Mhm.
today, and you guys provided your feedback, and then that was incorporated into the report that was presented to council for final approval of the conceptual plan, or design, I should say.
Awesome.
And then that's when RJM got the go-ahead to start building out the construction plans that have been halted at 60%.
Perfect.
So the feedback that was collected from the community, from commissions and council has all been built into the plans that they're currently working with, or we're currently working with.
Awesome. Just want that confirmation.
And at this point, they're just phasing out. Yeah.
All right, thank you. That's the only question I had. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Friend.
I have no comments, but just can we actually show some of those slides again of the first phase and then? I think he's on it.
Sure. This, so, this, sorry, this here is phase one.
Any specific order they're going in? I know that you guys are doing it in phases, but is it hitting one, like a certain number first, and then, or just all of them at once?
This would be all at once in terms of construction.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can you move that little screen that's below that?
I'm sorry. Yep.
Thank you. So only 3 of them are going to be done during phase one, or is it just many numbers put together that weren't highlighted in the bottom?
When you say three, I'm not quite
I
clear.
see the blue shaded at the bottom where it says shade picnic shelter, obstacle course fitness, and full court basketball with flat track.
Yeah, I think what's hiding underneath there is also the play area. So we're
Okay.
gonna
Number 6.
renovate
yes.
the
Oh,
whole
okay,
play
okay, okay.
area. We have 2 shade shelters directly adjacent to the play area. And then
Okay, I
there's
just
one
didn't see number
additional one.
6 on the list. That's why.
Yeah,
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 it's kind of missing underneath that. But
yeah, it's hidden.
and how long are we expecting them to all go at once? Like a couple months or maybe a year construction?
I would say 6 months or less
Okay.
as just an estimate. Yeah.
Do you?
Honestly, the longest the longest part of construction currently in
Mhm.
the industry is lead times for equipment. So, for
Mm.
example, the play equipment and the shade shelters, because that has to be ordered, that's what's taking the most time in terms of construction process right now.
Do you have a photo of the obstacle course,
Yes. So up here on the right is a
the patriotic themed play equipment?
yeah, so that was the theme that was selected by the community at the workshop.
Mm.
We had the city participate in a dot exercise, is what we like to call it, where
Mhm.
we present several images of thematic playgrounds, you know, whether it's, you know, dinosaurs or sports themes or space themes or patriotic. And everyone, or more than enough dots were on the patriotic themed uh, play equipment versus the others that I mentioned. And then similarly, the obstacle course fitness area, instead of the traditional exercise equipment that you have, well, actually, what you have there is the dynamic equipment, which is from Greenfield. So this is actually the same company. However, it's a different style. It's more of a fitness course than it is, you know, just sit down and, you know, one muscle exercises, or a static thing, or a static exercise circuit that doesn't have any moving parts. So this is more of an obstacle course is what they refer to it as. And again, this was selected by the community
Yeah.
with those options that I just mentioned.
But these are obviously the corner one with the patriotic theme is what you guys put together, or is that something that was pulled out? Just an example.
The patriotic theme or the actual play equipment?
Both.
The patriotic theme was selected by the
No, no,
community. That
yeah, I
was
got that part. I was just kind of wondering, is that exactly how it's going to look like, or is that just an example of what it could look like?
That's an example of what it could look like.
Okay.
We solicited designs from 3 different manufacturers. This one seemed to be the most cost effective while having the most play value to it. So this was
Mhm.
just the image we used. We can revisit that in the future if that's
Okay.
something the city wants to dive deeper on.
No, it's just a question overall. I guess if for people who are seeing this for the first time or wondering if this is going to be exactly how it looks like, but there will be a bigger presentation later, right, of exactly how it's going to look like after we get this phase one going, design wise. Like, we'd be able to actually see visually wise what it's going to look like. Cool.
Well,
Um,
this is what they call a 3D rendering, and we have several images of
mhm.
this, you know, proposed play equipment layout, you know, one from
Yeah.
above, one from the other side. So what you see in the foreground is more for the 2 to 5 age group, whereas the bigger equipment in the rear is more for a 5 to 12 school age children. So this is what one of the options were from one of the manufacturers in terms of what it could potentially look like.
Okay.
Of course, since we're still paper, we have the opportunity to change and mix and match as we want, or as the
Okay.
city wishes. Yeah.
All right, cool. That's pretty much the logistics of this. Wanted to make sure that people can know that the photos are not set in stone and that we're still working on the design itself. I don't have any more questions.
Thank you, Commissioner Friend. Thank you so much, Mr. Stern, for Mr. Stern for
Steen.
your Steen for your presentation. I really
Sure.
appreciate it. I'm doing great on the project. And there's no further questions. Thank you so much for coming, presenting it to us tonight.
Thank you for the opportunity to present and to work on this project with the city.
Thank you. Now we're going to move on to public statements. Was, We're going to be getting ready for public statements. If anyone has a public statement to make, there are forms in the back that you can fill out and then hand it over to the ladies, and then we will call you to speak. Okay, so we're now open for public statement.
Hello, Madam Chair, Commissioners. My name is Delia Vicente. I work here in the community, and I'm also a doctoral student over at Cal State Bakersfield, and I study parks. And one of the things that I wanted to comment is that parks are not only a place for families to come and enjoy a nice day, they're also tools for parents to promote school readiness, and the apparatus and the playground of the parks are very important. I'm getting a little nervous because I've never done this, but I will, and I didn't plan to make a public statement, but I just finished my dissertation, and one of the things that I found in studying several parks around different communities is that communities where there is a higher income rate, the apparatus has more cognitive stimulating activities embedded within the play structures. And that's really important because as children come into the park, they are engaging with the apparatus, and they're also, the parents are using the apparatus as a tool so that they can stimulate this development. So my public comment would be for the commission to explore the type of apparatus that is going to be installed at Las Palmas Parks, because it's a very active park, and to pay close attention to the amenities that it has and how that is going to be stimulating the development. Some of the things to look out for is going to be whether it has numbers embedded in it, whether it has letters, whether it has things for the parent to be able to talk to the child about. Is this a tree? Is this, can they complete a particular puzzle with it? Does it have musical instruments? All of those things are important features that, although might not seem like it, are really important to brain development. And they set a foundation for children as they go through 0 to 5. And that's my comment. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Is there any more public comments? Okay, public comments is now closed. Thank you. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and the next item is the consent calendar. Do I have a motion?
I motion.
I second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Chair Cuellar,
Yes.
Vice Chair Sanchez Brooks,
Yes.
Commissioner Friend,
Yes.
Commissioner Sanchez,
Yes.
and Commissioner Garcia is absent.
Thank you. Now we're going to move over to administrative reports. Next on the agenda, update on the programming at the Pioneer Park with the Puig House.
Madam Chair, it's my pleasure to introduce the staff from the UCLA Early Head Start. In past council meeting, council approved an MOU with their program in which they're going to be able to provide great programming to our community. It has been a pleasure working with them, looking at the community, looking at the type of programs that they can bring, not only for our kids, but for the whole family, and also making sure that those programs are well balanced throughout our community. So I'll let them take over. Go ahead, Ms. Delia.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, Madam Commissioner, Commissioners, Madam Chair, clergy, members of the public, and members of Parks and Recreations. My name is Delia Vicente. In my work capacity, I am the Executive Director of the UCLA Head Start program. We are a child development program that runs out of the Department of Pediatrics in the School of Medicine at UCLA. And I am happy to be here with my team where I will let them introduce themselves as well.
Hello and good evening. My name is Magdalena Pereira and I am the Family and Disability Services Manager here at UCLA Early Head Start.
Good evening. My name is Julia Perez, and I'm the enrollment coordinator for the UCLA Head Start program.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Gabriela Garrido. I'm a child and family educator.
Good evening. My name is Irene Flores, and I'm also a child and family educator.
We are happy and thrilled to be working with the City of San Fernando, with Julio, Parks and Recreation Director, and all of his team. And we're here to talk with you a little bit about what we have been doing, our plans, and our progress in that. And so we have a presentation ready for you. Different members of my team will cover different items, and we will be ready to answer any of your questions at the end. Julie? Yes, please.
So our program is UCLA Head Start. The UCLA Head Start provides comprehensive child development and family support services to income-eligible pregnant women, infants, and toddlers from ages 0 to 3 and their families. Services provide school readiness and advocacy for low-income families to promote optimal child health, nutrition, and development. The services are designed to nurture healthy attachment between parent and their child and caregiver, beginning from pregnancy. UCLA Head Start program uses a research-based curriculum. So we use Growing Great Kids, and it comes with a curriculum called Growing Great Families, which includes activities for the whole family. Our program has an early Head Start portion, and these services are provided as home visits. So services are for pregnant women and children 0 to age 3. They will receive a 90-minute home visit each week, and group socializations are offered twice a month. And children will transition out of this program at age 3. From there, we have our Head Start program, and these are center-based services for children that are 3 years of age, and they receive 3 hours in a classroom setting once a week, and they also receive home visits as an additional service support as needed. And we have our mobile bus coming soon. So these services are intended to provide preschool services to children that don't have access to go into a preschool setting. So that's where our mobile bus would come in, and we would take our classes out into the community. You want to say something about the bus?
We've been talking about the mobile bus, which is it looks like a huge semi truck that has been customized as a classroom inside, and it will drive around the community. But one of the things that we have added is through our collaboration with the city of San Fernando, is we would park it at Rec Park for the families to come there and do their child development class there at least once a week, more frequently if possible, while the parents get other training when the children are getting instruction. So the parents would be able to be receiving other information as the children are getting instruction at the park.
As part of our program, we strengthen and enroll families' understanding and knowledge of their role in their child's health and child development and the benefits of their involvement. And part of our services are we have services for children with disabilities. We involve parents in goal setting through family partnerships. We connect families to different resources in the community and donations. We have mental health services, and we provide like referrals to the different agencies in the community, as well as father male role model workshops. And Magdalena will talk a little bit about our Dads Incorporated.
Yes. So for the father engagement, we have a program called Dads Incorporated. And so this started early on in 2018, 2019. And so this program was truly designed for fathers and or the male role model in the child's home, in the child's life. And so what we provide in this program is 13 sessions of child development, not child development, but parenting sessions that teach fathers or the male involved the importance and impacts of the child's development upon their presence, and the importance that it is, right, to have a male role model in the child's life, as well as we've also offered different series with this father engagement program where fathers have gotten certifications like with CPR training. Sometimes we've been able to support them in starting vocational, careers after once they go through this program. So this has been a great addition to our program today because, as we all know, children benefit greatly when there is a male role model as well in the home. So our program delivers this through those sessions.
Okay, and then for eligibility, we do look at three different items. One is the child's age. So for our early Head Start program, it would have to be a child that's under the age of 3 or a pregnant woman. For a Head Start program, the child would have to be 3 years of age. And we do service specific zip codes in the area here in the San Fernando Valley. So Silmar, Lakeview Terrace, San Fernando, Pacoima, Arleta, Panorama City, Van Nuys, North Hills, and Mission Hills. And additionally, if the families are experiencing homelessness, we can support them either residing in North Hollywood or Northridge. We also look at income. So we use the federal poverty guidelines to see if the family is low income or if they're receiving public assistance like CalFresh, CalWorks, or SSI, they would automatically qualify. Or if the child is in foster care or families who are experiencing homelessness would automatically qualify. We do accept other applications of all income. We could enroll a small percentage of families who are considered over income. We do look at other factors. For example, if there's domestic violence or if the child has a disability or if they're receiving mental health services, we take all that into consideration, but we do give priority to income eligible families first. For our enrollment process, we do accept our applications throughout the year. Families could apply online, or we can support the families with the enrollment process over the phone, or they can come into our office, and we just need to collect the 3 different documents to verify their eligibility for our services. I'm not sure if I mentioned it earlier, but our program is completely free, so there's no cost to any of the families. Okay, and that's our program information, our website, and then I'll hand it over to.
So we also designed a really neat program that we're really proud about. This is called Let's Play Outside Again. And the whole idea is to get children to play outside again. and but there's a health aspect to that because when children are playing outside, they're moving, they're healthier, and their health aspect is that it's an obesity prevention program. At the same time, we designed this program where the parent gets to be there with the child and engage in the activities that we're designing. And so then it's a parent child activity as well, which increases their attachment and bond, making it a child development program as well. So, what it entails is this is one of the programs that we are currently right now in our second session running at Pioneer Park. And it covers 6 sessions where we teach the children 2.5 years of age to 5 years of age. So, children 2.5 to 5 years of age. We teach them the basics of basketball, the basics of yoga, soccer, just general gross motor movement, T ball. And what's unique about this program is that the children get to keep the equipment. So we give them the basketball and they get to take it home and they get to practice what they've learned. They get a soccer ball, they get a yoga mat, they get their T-ball set. And although those things might seem simple, sometimes when things are tight and when a family is in poverty or limited resources, you know, a ball might be too much, $10 might be too much. And so with this program, we take away that barrier and we give them the tools to be able to engage in that gross motor activity, as well as making it a fun way for parents to interact with their child and then build their attachment. So these are some photos of what it looks like. Here we have like the little children engaging in yoga, and then soccer. So we give them the ball and the net. And then this is the T-ball sets that the children get. We give them a basketball and we show parents that they could use maybe like their laundry basket as a basket for the children to practice some of the moves. And they're very simple because this is just really giving the foundation of like these different sports and really showing the parents that they could play. And we also do incorporate a general gross motor session, which is really going back to when I was young, like maybe doing hopscotch and then tag, hide and go seek, and things like that for the parents to have options when they don't have like a ball or the T-ball set with them, that they can still play with the children. And right now, again, this is at Pioneer Park already. We're in our second session. It will run from September 11, 18, 25th, October 2nd, 9, and 16. That is the first 2 sessions that we're having. And then we're planning to have more because this is we have more equipment that we want to give out to the families. And so right now, these sessions are going to be done probably by mid-October.
One of the things that I did want to add to what Delia was saying is that with related to the Let's Play Outside, we've also created the cohorts for the Dads Incorporated. So fathers have also done a series of Let's Play Outside, and it's just the father or the male role model with the child in the park. So that's something we've done and started to do it now with Head Start. So what you see here is another initiative that we've just started, and we actually launched it just this past Saturday. This is called Parks and Play at UCLA Head Start. And so what Parks and Play really is an opportunity for our community to get to know our program as well as our families getting to know the parks, right? So what we've done in this Parks and Play and the design and intention behind that is to be able to promote what child development really is and bring out to the community and set up our Parks and Play by developmental domain. So let's say we had in this event we had 3 stations. One of them was gross motor, fine motor, and what was the other one? And sensory. So the goal there is to be able to, expose the children in the community and also children in our own program to these different events. So the beauty of it is that families that are already visiting the park gets to see what UCLA Head Start really is. They get to experience the child development activities and can really see what's going to happen if they do enroll in our program, right? Plus, it's also like a recruitment effort for us to expose our program, and also families again get exposed to the parks, and collaboratively we want to join forces and bring our community to these type of beautiful programs. So right now we just launched the first one, which was September 6th, and we're trying to do these quarterly. So you will see here in the schedule that we have some planned for November, month of March, June, September, and November. And as you can see, we will fluctuate the one in March. I think we would be doing in Rec Park. So of course, with weather permitting and everything looking good, I think we will be able to continue this. And so we're super excited about it. And so that's UCLA Head Start's Parks and Play. Oop, what did I do? Oh, right here. All right, and so now Gabriela and Irene will introduce to you Growing Bonds.
Welcome to Growing Bonds, a supportive space for our UCLA Early Head Start parents and our Head Start parents, designed by working busy moms for working busy parents. Our focus is to build connections not just with our children, but with other amazing parents, and our workshops will be free.
So, our mission is to, more than anything, nurture the meaningful relationships between parents and their children, right? We also want to foster community engagement, right? We want to encourage all the fun activities and encourage parents to be creative with their children, right? We also want to support the emotional and social development, not only of the children, but of the parents, right?
So, our vision is to create that multi-generational and multicultural family space and support parents. When they thrive, so do our children. And we want it to become a community, not just, because of the program, but to build one.
And so, how are we going to do this? We want to do weekly workshops that are 1 to 2 hours long, right? And we want to do this in the time period where parents are, of course, not working, right? They have some time to spend with their children, maybe on their day off or in the evenings, right? And we want to also remember every family has something to give and something to learn.
Does anyone have any questions for us?
Thank you. I'm going to start this time. What is the maximum of students that can be in the class at one time?
So the maximum that we have right now in our center base is 8 children. In our socializations, the ideal size is between 10 and 15. And for example, for Let's Play Outside Again, that's the ratio 10 to 15 as well, because it makes it very manageable and very personal with the families.
Can I ask how many applied for the first round that you guys did?
I don't have that with me. For how many children applied? I
Yeah,
don't
how
have
many
that.
people applied, families applied for their children?
I don't have the information with me about how many people applied, but I know that we had 14 registered and 9 attended last week. For Let's Play Outside Again?
Just an average of like how many, is there anybody that has, because you said, you have 8 children for different programs, the maximum
Oh,
of
no,
each
no, no.
program?
Sorry.
How does that go?
Oh, no. We have capacity for 300 children.
300 children, okay.
Yes, we have capacity for 300 children, but at any particular event, for example, in our center-based program, it would be 8 children in our because that's one event, right? So if they're coming to one social, it'll be 8 children. In our Let's Play Outside Again, it'll be groups of 10 to 15. And in our in the community social, we had about 40. Yeah, 34 families, but the families came with multiple people.
Okay, I see. And so I guess my question once again is, do you know more or less how many people applied for their children to be in any of these programs? You know, like was it like the only 8 students that you can have at the sessions that are for the 8 students?
How many applied in total?
How many applied that you can only pick the 8? Or did we have like 20? Did we have like 10?
Oh,
And we
yeah.
only ended up with the 8?
Well, we have different socials. Like we have like 200, Julie? To 21.
And most of our services are completed in the home as home visits, and then they're invited to I guess, the other type of activities that we have, like our socializations, our community social, our Let's Play Outside. Again, those are additional supplemental activities that they could do alongside their home visitation services.
Right.
Okay.
And with the city of San Fernando, we've only had 2 events thus far yet, right? So we've had the Let's Play Outside again that just started. And for that one, we had 14 to 15 participants, 9 attended last week. And then we had the community social that just happened last Saturday. And those are the only 2 events that we've had thus far
So
with
far,
the city of
okay.
San Fernando.
And how do you reach out to the residents?
So we're doing it by flyer right now, and so we're working with Julio to do that. But also, he said that we could probably like promote it more like in the website and things like that. So we really wanted to get started, and I think we kind of just jumped in, right? But I feel like it has a lot of potential because even just with the community social, we did get a turnout. The families got a snack. They were having picnic. I mean, it was really nice.
No, I think this is great. I think this is really great. I mean, we really do need this, and I have been asking what's been going on there. And glad to hear, I'm so glad to hear that this is going on.
If I may
And
add to that, Madam Chair, like Ms. Vicente said, the advertising of this program is a joint effort. We are using all of the social media and with the city, but we do have other organizations that we also want to partner with and make sure that they have this great information because they already serve that population. For example, our youth sports program, our Tiny Tykes program, San Fernando Little League, our Mission City Baseball League. So it's just going to be like a group effort in making sure that the families that would benefit from this type of programs in our community have access to it.
right, this is, yeah, it's very important, and it's very, wow, it's amazing what you guys have going on there. So we're going to go ahead and move on to Commissioner Sanchez.
Thank you. Thank you. This is it is absolutely a great program. And like I said earlier, when I met you ladies, I don't have little kids, but if I did, this would be a great program. So Delia, Magdalena, Julia, Gabriela, and Irene, thank you so much or Irene, not Irene, Irene, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for doing this presentation. And I could see the passion that you guys have in it. And so that alone, it's going to be a great program. You mentioned earlier that that you held 2 events in San Fernando, which led me to think, do you have another city in which you run this program?
Yeah, well, we service all of East San Fernando Valley. So we serviced Arleta, Pacoima, Lakeview Terrace, Van Nuys, Panorama City, Mission Hills, as homeless shelters in North Hollywood, and did I miss any? Silmar, San Fernando.
So when you say you service them, do you have centers like these in those cities?
No, this is our first partnership with the city that we're doing. And so what we're doing here with the city of San Fernando and hosting these events in the park is exclusively for San Fernando. We're not doing it with like the LA City parks right now. But
They said that San Fernando's their favorite city.
yeah. Well, and
Of
this-
course, that's a given.
and like I mentioned before in my public comment, I studied parks as part of my dissertation, and I think my love and interest in partnering with the parks comes from when I was a little girl, and in our community we couldn't visit the park because it wasn't safe. And so that really stirred an interest in me, and I studied them. And I really think that there's a lot of great things that San Fernando is doing here with the parks, and we want to add to that to be able to make the parks even more stronger than they are now, and also to increase the visitations of the families, and really in our area strengthening the school readiness of the children who are coming to visit the parks.
Yeah, that's great. That's such a good program that you chose to study because you're absolutely right. We all need it when we're kids and when our kids are getting ready. Um, I come from a background of finance, so of course I have a finance question. Where are the funds coming from and how long are they going to last? And where do we continue to, are we fundraising to keep this going? How is it being, yeah.
Yeah, so we are federally funded through the Head Start program, and one of our mandates is to build community collaborations. So part of our work with San Fernando has been to do the facility use agreement, right? So San Fernando City is providing us with the access to the different facilities to run the program. And then we are bringing in programming there for children and families that are within that age range of 0 to 5. So the funding will continue as long as there is federal funding and our collaboration and MOU still is in place. And so for us, also like the space that San Fernando City is allowing us to use is also considered like an in-kind, like a contribution, because the space has value, and we would have to pay for that, right? And so the city of San Fernando is letting us use their space, and as in return, we're also providing the service for the families in the city.
That's great news.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's
Yeah.
really good. It sounds like a win-win. And are any of you ladies linked to the city of San Fernando by any chance? Right next door, neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, most are from the valley, right? I live in Bakersfield, but I work here. I love the community, and I don't mind the drive at all.
That's a commute.
That's okay.
I commend
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we had more slides.
Yeah, I had
One more.
one more slide.
Oh, okay.
We just want to tell you, like, with the outcome a year from now, what we're hoping.
Yes, and I did want to mention too that I come from Palmdale, but I was born and raised here in the adjacent cities like Pacoima, parts of San Fernando. So it's in our heart. Do I just click on it? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Oh, there. Hold on. All right. So basically, our goals now, and with this beautiful collaboration that we have with the city of San Fernando, and of course us UCLA Head Start, is that we really want to continue to bring in this magical piece into the community, and then of course the city of San Fernando, in collaboration with us, we will do magic. I promise. So we're gonna bring in. Oh my God, I can barely read it, but let me see. So about parenting classes. So that means that we will be conducting and hosting about eight through the year, right? And that parenting classes can mean that maybe we bring a guest speaker that can, teach families about anything, right? Like trainings, or even us hosting in some parent trainings for the community as well. We will provide services or opportunities to about 300 families this year, and so we've already had 40 now, about 40 or 50 families from this goal. We will have 14 sessions like Mommy and Me classes, and in our programs we call those like socialization events as well. We will have the mobile unit that Delia just talked to you about earlier, and then 3 to 4 sessions of Let's Play Outside, or cycles of Let's Play Outside, which each of those cycles consist of 6 sessions, right? So, I mean, this is just something that, you know, I would say minimally, but if more come and more opportunities come, we'd gladly, you know, provide these services here in the city of San Fernando.
Yeah, and one of the things that we didn't include in the presentation, but Julia and I have been talking about, is that, you know, we have the equipment to do vision screenings for the children, and the vision screenings that we do are evidence-based. It's a tool that could see the children's eyes and then find out if they have astigmatism or if there's a referral that needs to be made. And these particular vision screenings are not done in the pediatric office until the child is 3. But we have found that there are children who can't see when they're little. And a story that I told to Julio was that we had a child who was not walking. And it turned out that they were not walking because they couldn't see. So they were kind of like bumping themselves, and they couldn't see. So Julie, the child came into the program, but the child was too young for us to do the vision screening. Then Julie said, "Oh, you know, the child is a little older now. Let's do the vision screening again." And sure enough, the child needed glasses. And so at the Puig House, we're gonna have our health and mental health team there. And I said to Julio, let's just open it up for the community to come in, you know, on certain days where they can get their children screened for free, because we're there. And this is something that I think is really going to benefit a lot of the kids who might need glasses, but you know, that's a screening that doesn't get done until 3. Yeah, and that's all we have.
Thank you. Commissioner, Commissioner Santos, were you done?
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
okay. So we're going to move on to Commissioner Brooks.
This is amazing, and this is very dear to my heart. I do have a little one who just turned 8. He's not little, but he's still little to me. And actually, I was at the park today, and I saw the meetup. My son came out, and he's like, "Mom, there's a group over there, and we heard you singing." And I used to take my son to stuff, but I never had anything here. So it's wonderful. I had to leave my city to go and find something like that, to find a community. So to see that today made me so happy. Some children came over from there after the playground. And I think this is wonderful, especially for the parents, especially for the mothers. Just getting out there, being physically active. And it looks like a lot of child-led play with the activities that you're doing. So it lets the parents see the children in a different light. So it makes me very excited to see that, to hear all of this, that you guys are giving us this opportunity, our community the opportunity to have this, you know. And like to tap into what you were saying earlier about making sure that we have certain apparatuses for children's growth. And those do make a huge difference, having the number stones, the letter stones that kids can walk and play, or the textures on the playgrounds. You're absolutely 100% right, and I do agree with that. It is something that helps with development, because my son, it did help him a lot when I would take him to outside parks, and we had that. So it's helping him learn. So 100% on that. But I guess my question I did have is, I know it's so hot right now. Oh my God. With this, is it only always going to be up to only the age of 5, or will you guys eventually down the future extend it to the children between the ages of 5 to 10? Because I feel like that also is a gray area, because we have all these developmental skills, and then at 5, it's like, okay. But I feel like having a children get outside and play and be with your parents, because now we're needing a new set of tools during this age gap. So I don't know if that's something that your program is looking to do in the future, or you're just focused on pediatric.
Yeah, right now we only have 0 to 5, but we also run once a year only, right? Like the teen civics program on advocacy. We we are we do want to do that, but right now our bandwidth only allows us to 0 to 5. And I also want to say that I want to thank Gabby and Irene, because exactly what you're talking about, the families going out to other communities to get some of the services, they developed growing bonds, because the mothers were saying like, hey, I'm hearing about a walking group.
Yes.
I'm hearing about the young moms group, but there's nothing here. And so they decided to create this to have space for mothers to say, let's go to the walking group and we're going to meet at the park. And then everybody with their strollers like walking. and they came up with the program, and it
Yes.
yes, and all the time, like everything is during the day, right? And so they were like on Saturdays, and I'm like, okay, but everybody's got to work on Saturdays, so they're like, we'll do it, okay.
I think it's wonderful, and I think that it's like for the moms, it's wonderful because we can get stuck in our ways, and I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for our community to have something like this. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing the progress and how much more we can build onto this and get other families involved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Friend?
Not to reiterate everything that was said, but great job. I think the best part about is the let's play outside. I think it's really cool that you guys are giving them equipment to take home because for someone who grew up in the middle class, sometimes we didn't have the luxury of having a ball. And just being able to see that you're even giving them the goal is even crazier in my head. That these kids get to go home and play with their parents, and most of the times they are just locked in on screen. So um, I can't even explain how awesome that is that you guys are also doing a eye exam. Seeing that I wear glasses, I had a hard time growing up when I was little with not being really able to see very well until they actually did an eye exam and figured out that both of us, my twin sister and I, had needed glasses since we were in kindergarten. So, and also one thing was color blindness and studies like that. I feel like in my lifetime I've only seen one, and I was very young when I was like in elementary school. So it's great that you guys are offering these free all around workshops and equipment and also mental screening, sort of, kind of.
The vision screenings, vision
Yeah.
screenings.
Are you guys looking into trying to bring in a little bit of mental health? I know
Yeah.
it's kind of young, but I feel like a lot of times there's just some hidden aspects that when you get a chance to really sit and be with the kids that you can probably catch a lot of the early stages of mental health that maybe the parents can't see it because most of the time they are working and they are not 100% seeing the kid develop in situations where they're not around. And so I hope that maybe that's something that you guys will look into more. But other than that, you guys are doing great. Just the programs you guys already have already. But that's one thing that will really be great since that we have a lot of unfortunate events of children being abused at home that maybe some of you ladies can catch beforehand and hopefully prevent something terrible from happening. So thank you for everything you guys do. And I hope that we get to see you more at many parks in the San Fernando Valley, and hopefully at the Somar Park too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies, so much for coming out. Really appreciate you taking the time. Look forward to the future and an update on how everything's going. And so, welcome so much, and thank you so much for coming to our community and doing this for our families and our children.
Thank you,
Um,
everyone.
Madam Chair, I would like to request to pause for a minute or two. We do have a technical issue that has come up. 1 second, please.
Okay, maybe we should take a break.
Oh, if we can do that, that'd be great. Thank you.
Let's take a break. Bathroom break.
We will resume at 8 sharp. Thank you. Okay, we are going to resume.
Okay, thank you. We're gonna go ahead and. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. Next on the agenda is gonna be, we're gonna go ahead and put a update on the city app.
Yes, Madam Chair and Commissioners, as you may recall at the last meeting, the Assistant to the City Manager, Mr. Will Petner, provided some updates on the My San Fernando app. And some of the questions that came up were in regards to the number of requests that were submitted via the app. And these requests come from our community members and staff members as well. So I do have a report that I would like to share, and this is provided by Mr. Petner. Give me 1 second here. And as you may note, on here, what we are showing are the analysis for a 1-year period, and this illustrates all the different submissions and requests that came in on the app. If you note, on the month of August, we had a very large number of illegal dumping and litter, which is the top request and the top request that does come in. That's number 1 at the top, like Mr. Petner indicated. And number 2, the second most reported issue is graffiti on public property. And so for the illegal dumping, we show a total of 122 submissions. And for the graffiti on public property, we've got 56. That's in the month of August. But yeah, overall, these are the numbers, and this is what he wanted to share with the commission tonight.
Thank you. Um, Does anyone have any questions on this?
It doesn't look like we'll be able to ask her questions, right? Because he's not available. Are you able to answer her questions?
I can forward questions, or maybe our director here.
I spoke to Mr. Pretner. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today, but he will be here at a future meeting. I'll be more than glad to take down any questions right now and forward those to him, and I'll make sure that you get the answers.
And if it's a Public Works, I'll take a shot at answering it for you.
Thank you. This is really good. It's great to see that the community is using the app, right? Because that's the purpose. That's what you want. I'd be curious to know what is the lead time as far as getting these items handled and handled and taken care of.
It depends on the type of request that's on there. Certainly when we talk about I don't know if the sidewalk requests are on there, but they take a little longer. But when it comes to the top 2 with the graffiti and the illegal dumping, our response time is on an average about 42 hours.
That's really good. Go us as a city, right? No, thank you. Thank you for putting this together. And thank you so much for getting so quickly to our residents so they can feel that the city has their back, which is what we want, right? Yeah. That our taxes are being put to use in a good way.
And I think beyond that, it gives us an idea of what areas we need to focus and where do we need to put our labor force in that direction. And I think that data is invaluable in order to properly size our workforce and to direct what the public is requesting.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. This come as tickets to you guys?
Yeah, they come in a couple of ways. They come in as an email to one of our public works technician, as well as people still make requests through the website, and so that also comes through as an email. And that one I monitor more than the actual GoGov. I haven't set myself up, so all the responses that come in through the internet, I actually see them as they go by. I'm part of them mailing list, and I want to see what kind of response and real-time issues we're having out there. So.
Yeah, that's great. No, thank you very much for putting this together for us and for answering some of our questions. No further questions on my part.
Commissioner Brooks?
No, this is great. I like to see this at a glance. So it's nice to kind of see like how the numbers fluctuate throughout the year. Yeah, I don't have any questions. This is awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Commissioner Friend.
That's actually pretty cool to see that how it increased a lot in July and June. Um, no, I don't have any questions about it. Thank you.
Okay, and thank you for this report. And I have no questions, but it is good information and it's nice to take a look and see what the numbers are. And thank you so much for that. And we're going to go ahead and we are going to move on to update on capital improvement projects by the Public Works. And Mr. Johnson?
I'm gonna actually hand this off to my number one ace, Manny here.
Oh, okay.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Just here to present to you a presentation regarding our capital improvement projects that we're doing. Here you see some of the projects in progress and some of the upcoming ones, and this is just a few of them of the actual number that we have out there. The Pacoima Wash Bikeway project is still ongoing. If you recall, we constructed a bikeway along the Pacoima Wash from 4th Street up to 8th Street. That also included installing a prefabricated pedestrian bridge, also solar lighting, bollards, signage, striping, and access ramps. We're about 98% complete on the project. Unfortunately, once we opened up the bikeway, there were some vandalism that occurred. So in order to take care of that and address other safety concerns, we're going to be adding additional bollards at the entry points and additional striping. We're also going to try to protect our solar lights by constructing a curb around the base. Another project that is currently wrapping up is, that's going to begin is the citywide traffic signal synchronization project. This will synchronize 35 of the signalized intersections in our city. This will allow for smoother traffic to flow through our major avenues such as Truman, Glen Oaks, and Maclay. Construction is slated to begin next month and wrap up in December.
You won't see a lot of boots on the ground or heavy equipment. This involves mostly replacing those boxes at the corners that look like small little refrigerators. Those are controllers, and the controllers are being updated so that they have the capability of synchronizing and talking to each other through the network.
And this map here illustrates the different locations along San Fernando Mission Boulevard, Maclay, Brand. Another project that's wrapping up is the Las Palmas HVAC upgrade project. This project consisted of upgrading an existing HVAC unit that serves the gym and another room in the building. We also went ahead and redid the entire roof. This was part of ARPA funds. Like we mentioned earlier, they are going to be installing the new AC units next week. And here are some pictures of the roof. Top left is the old roof. Top right is the roof under construction. And then the bottom picture is the final product.
That's a cool roof, right, Manny?
That is correct. A project that we just started this week, actually, or was it last week? The bus shelters project. So we're going to be installing 8 new bus shelters at 8 locations. It also includes the removal and reconstruction of damaged and non-ADA compliant wheelchair ramps, sidewalks, and drive approaches. It may also include relocation and adjustment of traffic signal and lighting boxes, as well as water meters. The project's about a month or two, so it's actually going to probably end in October or November. This map shows the different locations. of the bus shelters. So we have 8th and Maclay next to the YWCA, 7th Street and Harding, which is residential, Pioneer Park, Maclay and DeHaven, Brandon 3rd, which is across the street from the courthouse, Brandon Hollister, SF Mission and Hollister next to the warehouse shoe sale, and Hollister and Kalisher, which is directly across one of the senior living centers. I should let you guys know that the Pioneer Park will affect the parking lot on the Harding side. It's currently inaccessible because of the open trench to make that sidewalk ADA compliant. They are scheduled to come back and pour that concrete next week. Another upcoming project is the Carlisle Green Alley project. We're going to be converting Carlisle Street from Pico down to Malviny into a safer walking and biking route. It will also include trees and lighting to encourage active transportation and community engagement. We expect construction to begin in spring 2026 and be completed a year after that. This slide shows the conceptual of a particular block along that street. So on the west side, we'll have the, on the west side, we'll have the sidewalk and the bioswales, which will then infiltrate the rainwater or runoff water into the ground. And it will also include decorative crosswalks as shown there. And of course, we'll be repaving that street. Another project that we just opened bids for is the fog seal and striping of city parking lots, Phase 2. This will include preservation of asphalt through a fog seal process, also updating striping and pavement markings at the parking lots located at Parking Lot 3, which is the one next to Jack in the Box, Parking Lot 6, which is directly across the street from here, Las Palmas Park, Rudy Ortega Jr. Park, and Pioneer Park. We expect construction to start sometime in the winter and be completed in summer. And that's all I have.
Thank you for that update. Any questions, Commissioner Sanchez?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the presentation. I was really looking forward to listening to what we have going on, which it is a lot. My hat goes out to you guys for handling so much at one point at the same time. The city parking lot, the last project that you mentioned, is that done then? It said summer 2026. Are those all completed?
The fog seal, no, that's barely going to start. We just received bids. We will try to award contract sometime in October, November, and then start construction.
Oh, was it 26? Oh, I thought I read 25. Okay, my mistake.
Yeah, no worries.
Disregard.
Manny, you did complete a set of parking lots downtown, right?
Yes, we did
And
do
here at
phase
City
1,
Hall.
and we've finished that recently. That included City Hall, police, parking lot 8, which includes the Tesla parking, the one next to it, number 10, and lot number 9, which is across from the dialysis center on Brand.
That's great. The Calles Verdes, I saw that it's going to be completed in spring on 27, I believe. Actually, not just this one, but all of them. Do you plan to have some sort of, opening, unveiling event of sorts?
Yes, we do. Go ahead.
Yeah, we should have an event similar to what we had for Pioneer Park when the play equipment was unwrapped or unveiled or unslid.
And have you had any? The Calles Verdes is already in progress, right? That one's work in progress.
I believe it's currently in design.
Oh, it's in design mode. Oh, okay. I know we had some of the immediate residents that had questions about the project. Have you had any more meetings with them?
Yeah, I believe so. There's been some additional outreach involved in this phase of the design. And they've received input. And what we can do is we can bring the design group back here and they can present on the project where we are on it today, and tell you about tell you about the comments that they received and the feedback to the participants of that particular workshop.
That's good because we want them to be happy, right? It's going to affect them directly more than,
As happy as people can be, yes.
yes. Um, I, are we still not using the actual trolley? Are we still using the minivan for the trolley path?
Yes, we're still using the white bus, yes. Mhm.
Is, when are we getting the trolley back? Are we getting the trolley back?
No, we won't be getting those particular trolleys back. What, in my spare time, what I'm working on is that there are some some grant application, grant opportunities. There's actually two ways that we're looking at it. Recently, Metro was here presenting on the north, what is it, the northeast extension of the Valley Blue Line or light rail extension. I forget what they call this thing. Okay, and as part of that package, we looked at two main alternates, alternate A and alternate B. And alternate A was putting 2 light rail tracks down in addition to 1 more Metrolink. So there was a total of 4 lines going through the city, the center of the city. And the council along with the Safety and Transportation Committee did not like that particular alternative. And what we said that the community wanted to live with would be possibly a second future Metrolink line, okay, so that the trains would be coming every half an hour versus if they put 4 tracks across there, you would have had a train coming through every 6 minutes. So as part of that agreement to support the alternative 2, we had a shopping list of improvements that are needed. Certainly, when it comes to safety, you need the quad gates down here across, across Jesse, across Brand, and across McClay, and also at the Sylmar station. In addition to that, we asked for, transportation improvements to the connectivity of making it more of a network. And so we asked for improvements to our transit system. So we asked them to provide EV funding for going from the compressed gas to electric trolleys. Okay, and in addition to that, we asked for additional bus stops as well as some shade because of the climate impact to make San Fernando a little cooler. And what we can do is we can bring that council letter and share that with you at the next meeting also.
So did we stop using it because it was because of the type of gas that it was using?
The tanks actually expired. The life on the general life on the trolleys themselves, compressed gas is a compressed gas engine. Sometimes is a difficult engine to maintain, and the actual repair and to put the trolleys back into service was quite expensive to do, and so it was better to look for funding opportunity to replace the trolleys versus trying to repair them. In addition to that, we were looking at some wrap systems, okay, that would wrap the white bus so that it appears to look like a trolley. We noticed it in a couple local communities, coastal, along the coast that actually have them in that particular way. So it's a faux trolley, but it still retains that quaintness that you have been accustomed to over the decades here.
Yeah, I love that little trolley when we would see it go through. I never had the opportunity to get on it, but I like seeing it. And then just one last question. When you were mentioning the traffic lights, I know I don't know where they are exactly. I haven't had an opportunity to see them, but do they have art in them like other cities have the entire box painted in different art?
No, they don't, but we're looking to establish that program. I believe we've talked with Parks about that.
There's some efforts currently in place about starting a couple of art programs. Actually, we're in the very beginning stages. As soon as we have something more concrete, it'll be presented to the commission.
Oh, I love that. That makes me happy. And I'm sure Commissioner Friend, happy heart just to hear that. Thank you. No more questions.
I do not have any questions. Yeah, I was gonna ask some, but she asked. We're
Sorry.
ahead. No, it's okay. I love it. You're doing it. No, it's great though. It's awesome to see all these improvements, and I look forward to seeing our city get more beautified. Thank you.
Commissioner Friend?
No comments on it. I'm looking forward to seeing the presentation about the alleyway that's getting redone. I noticed there's gonna be a mural on the floor. I'm hoping that we can kind of see some examples, but I know it's in the beginning phases. But hopefully next meeting we get to see a little presentation about that. Should we put it in the agenda now, or do we have to do that?
Yeah, we'll put it in as a request.
Yes, we can go ahead and put it in as a request if we all agree. Yes. So we'll do that. And is that it? That's all your comments? Okay. Thank you. And I have no comments. Thank you for the report. Now, are we going to go over the possible dog park location? Are we going to go over any of these? Creating the well habitat.
We can go over a couple of things that have been going on in the background. We have the opportunity, led by the director, Julio here, we have the opportunity to apply for some grant monies. Okay, and we took a look at 3 different projects. Okay, and the 3 projects that Public Works took a look at was the roof and the HVAC system at Recreation Park. Okay, we did some preliminary cost estimates, and they it's approximately a $770,000 to about $990,000 project. This would replace the roof on throughout the whole building, and it would update the HVAC system, and it would install a cool roof. So it's kind of a climate resiliency type project. The other project that we looked at that fell ahead of the dog park was the actual phase 2 project for Las Palmas. We came up with an estimate in the ballpark of just shy of $4 million, about $3.8 million, and we've have crafted preliminary language for that particular application. In addition to that, we also took a look at completing the HVAC system at Las Palmas. That's about a $300,000 to $400,000 project, so we've included that on the list. So the Crazy Dog Park, we took a look at that, okay, and there's a couple large items on that. It involves the movement around of about 3,000 cubic yards of earth. It also involves the importing of about 1,600 cubic yards of earth. To let you know what that means, because I can see you glazing over on that. So you know those dump trucks that you feel like are gonna run you over on the freeway? They carry about 8 cubic yards of soil in them when they're rolling. So when we talk in the nature of 1,200 or 1,500 cubic yards, we're really talking about 1,200, truckloads, about 10 cubic yards per truck. In addition to that, when we looked at the project, we looked at the project and we looked at the retaining wall feature, and it's approximately 1,400 linear feet of retaining wall, and that was essentially the large item that we looked at the cost, and the cost of that retaining wall was approximately in the neighborhood of about $3 million. Okay, and so that kind of blew the budget when it comes to actually applying for the project because the project had to be below $4 million. Okay, however, I am working with some developers that are developing some local property that have excess amount of good topsoil, and I'm in the early stages of talking with them about cutting and filling that particular lot so that we would at least get it flattened, and then we can look at a less expensive retaining type system that may be available for future. So we would look at it in the first phase of removing and leveling the lot and probably going in there and providing a DG parking lot uh, for the initial stage, and that would be on the Fourth. Is that Fourth Street part of the project? It goes from Jesse or JFK to Fifth. Is that JFK to Fourth? Isn't it?
Fourth.
Okay, and so the entrance would be on Fourth Street for the proposed future dog park. And what we can do is we're going to be working on it over the next couple of months. And what we can do is we can probably provide you with some conceptual schematics of what we're looking at.
Did we look into the contract for the Kalisher
Okay, the
status on the dog park for the Kalisher
uh,
pocket park there?
no, we haven't. We'll reboot that. We'll send ourselves a
Okay,
text
thank
on
you
that.
for, yeah, thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and move on to number 5. Cesar Chavez Memorial renovation project update.
There's no current update on that, Madam Chair.
Thank you. We're gonna go ahead and move down to department programs and service update.
Yes, Madam Chair and Commissioners, I have some updates to share with you on the programs and activities. I'll pull up a slideshow here that I have to share with you. Okay, I did want to start with the summer camp program, which has ended. This was an 8-week program that has just recently wrapped up, and our campers enjoyed lots of great times and made some wonderful memories. They enjoyed swim time, they had some great field trips, science activities, art workshops, and lots more. The program highlighted our talented campers at Family Night. This was a time when they performed to iconic Disney moments, and we have some images here to share with you. They had a great time, and I'm sure that they are looking forward to the winter camp that's just around the corner. Also, with the summer day camp, there was a summer day camp newsletter that was distributed, just thanking all the participants and their families and summarizing the activities that went on over the summer. Lots of pictures and fun times. I think this is one of the really, well, as far as I'm concerned, I think it's a great summer camp. I did have my niece and nephew attend when they were little, and they still talk about it. So it's a great program to put your kids in. If you know anybody, please recommend this to them. Also, our summer concert series. This summer, all 3 concerts were held in the month of August, and they were very successful. They were held at different locations. I have some pictures here to show. It was such a beautiful evening. On this particular night, it was held at the Pioneer Park. And as you can see, we had a great dance floor, really nice music. Each different concert offered a different genre. And so everybody got to enjoy what they like. And the finale of our summer concert series was the city's 114th birthday. It was a great turnout. We had so many people enjoying the festivities that evening. We also had, of course, our council members, San Fernando Police Chief. We have some of our directors. We had entertainment by San Fernando Tesoro Mariachi program, our Ballet Folclóricos students and dancers. So it was really a great night, and I think everybody enjoyed it. And we look forward to next year's event. I did want to provide an update. As you probably recall, back in April, we had a Boy Scout wanting to complete his Eagle Scout project. It was Ernesto Prado Jr. He presented the idea before this commission and was able to gain your support. So just wanted to let you know that his project has been completed with the installation of little libraries at Pioneer Park and Rudy Ortega Park. And this project included fundraising efforts on his behalf, the design, building, and installation of these little libraries. I think they look great, and I'm sure that they will be utilized. And on behalf of the city, we do congratulate this young man, Ernesto Prado Jr., for this great achievement. And now that we're in September, we are celebrating Hispanic Heritage. Las Palmas Park has an event scheduled for Friday, September the 19th. And this is a time to celebrate our cultural diversity of Hispanic Americans. This event is held annually at Las Palmas. Seniors participate in singing, dancing, and of course the ever popular cultural fashion show. So that's going to be next week on Friday. If you want to drop in, please feel free to do so. And we want to promote our youth sports. Let's start with Tiny Tyke Sports. This is a 5-week program for children ages 3 to 6, and they will get the introduction into, into several organized sports. So giving our little athletes an opportunity to get to know the basics of a variety of sports. And also our ongoing Ninja martial arts class that is every Saturday morning. And you can sign up at any time. It's an 8-week session and ages 2 to 9, very popular. So if you are interested in any of that, you can register online or in person at the parks. And for our adults, the ever popular pickleball continues. We have open gym on Tuesday evenings. Also, senior pickleball occurs every Monday and Friday morning at Las Palmas Park. And it's just an open gym pickleball opportunity, and it's really grown over the last few years. It's a great opportunity for exercise and socializing. We also are looking forward to our adult basketball at Recreation Park. The fall session has started, and it runs September through October. And I think we're still in time for registrations for those that are interested. And the volleyball open gym continues. This is Thursday evenings at Recreation Park. And for our teens, we want to promote our ASAP program, After School at the Park. This is for students ages 11 to 17. This is a great opportunity for students looking for help with homework. They can also visit our great computer lab, participate in workshops. At this time, we are in the soft opening phase, and this goes through October 3rd. Our official opening will be on October 6th. So please do drop by and take a look at this really good program. And as you heard earlier today, our TBC, our Teens for a Better Community, they continue to meet twice a month. They have brainstorming sessions, they have discussions on programs, and come up with volunteer opportunities, and snacks and refreshments are served. So I think it's a great way to get our kids involved in something important and get them together and just develop some really good skills for their adult life. And I have some images here from the past Saturday UCLA Early Head Start. This is part of the Parks and Play program that was discussed earlier. The Park and Play program was the first time it was held, and I think we had a pretty good turnout. Families participated in early childhood enrichment activities to promote school readiness, to promote development, and also family engagement. And as the individuals that were here earlier discussed, there are more opportunities. I think these are going to occur on a quarterly basis. So look for more of these programs at our parks. And I want to take this opportunity to invite our commissioners and our community to El Grito event that's scheduled for this Saturday, September the 13th, from 6 to 9 p.m. This is going to be just outside of City Hall. And we invite everybody to come on over and have a great time, enjoy great food, music, and if you can't attend in person, it will be live streamed. Also, if you could just mark your calendars, upcoming soon is Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead event on October the 25th. This is going to be at Recreation Park, and this is an opportunity for our community to design altars honoring deceased family members and friends. That's always, they always turn out so beautiful, and it's a great part of our culture. Aside from the altars, there are arts and crafts. We're going to see ballet folklorico performances, mariachi tesoro de San Fernando, Aztec dance, and this time we have a little bit of a new event. It's the Catrina contest. So if you are interested, show up or give us a call for more details. And that's Saturday, October the 25th at Recreation Park. And of course, our city app is the best way to get any service requests or report any issues. Please feel free to download the app and report any concerns you may have. And we are open for any questions or comments.
Thank you. Commissioner Friend?
No comments. Always looking forward to seeing the upcoming events in the next couple of months. Yeah, that's it.
Madam Chair, if it's okay with you, can I ask the rest of the staff, see if they have anything to add?
Sure.
Thank you. Maribel, do you have anything to add to this?
Linda did a great job informing all of you of all of our programs and our events. So I just wanted to share that 3 wins. We had LA County Parks RX program come out and do a filming session with our 3 wins program, and it's to showcase the service that is offered at Recreation Park. The county had taken on this initiative to use fitness as like a prescribed medication for their patients in the county hospitals, and currently they're using our program here in San Fernando to send over patients from all of you. And they started this back in like March, and they have 15 folks that have registered. Now, whether they keep coming or not is a different story, but they're tracking them to see if they do continue. And that was this past Wednesday. And at the end of the month, the county is going to bring out some of the actual providers to come and check out the program and see it for themselves, so that it helps them understand how we run the program, so they can further encourage their patients to, when they prescribe them the fitness medication, to come out and actually kind of follow through with it. So that was kind of exciting. Other than that, like I said, Linda shared about everything else that's happening. And once we get the room properly set up for the team program, we'll invite all of you to come out for the full launch in October.
Oh,
There's
great.
some pretty exciting things that'll be there. We'll have our staff, Daniela, come out to October's meeting to present on the program as well.
Thank you.
And we'll also planning a recognition for Ernesto, the young man that built the little libraries. So we're currently working on getting some plaques that'll recognize his efforts, and they'll be placed on the libraries, and then we'll bring them back out to the commission meeting for a recognition.
Thank you.
And if I may, Madam Chair, I just wanted to make the commission aware that in collaboration with the Mexican Consulate, the city will be hosting the Mexican Consulate on Wheels here in the city of San Fernando for the month of October. We are still, this item is actually going to come to in front of City Council on Monday, in which they're going to decide details as far as the place where it's going to be taking place. But right now, the information that we have is that we can say that they are going to be here for the month of October, starting on Tuesday, October the 7th, to Saturday, November 1st. The days of service will be Tuesday through Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And they will be bringing all the services that they offer in their downtown Mexican consulate location. We feel that this not only is a great collaboration, but a very necessary collaboration right now. Because our community that needs those type of service can have those services close to them at a more convenient location. We will be doing a like an I guess opening ceremony when we the first day of service, and of course we'll let you know of all the details. And again, we're more than glad. We're very happy that we're collaborating with the Mexican Consulate. Thank you.
Thank you. Please do let us know. Okay. So any questions, Commissioner Brooks?
I think this is great. Thank you for the update. Always amazing. Great to hear all the events that we have coming up in October. And congrats to you, Maribel. That's awesome that they're using our footage for that. That's amazing. No, I have no other comments. I will say that that little library is getting used a lot. I just want to put that out there. One in Pioneer Park. My son has taken at least 10 books and took 10 books. So, and there's a lot of kids that actually go there and that they're at the playground. They're done playing on the playground. They go grab a book and they're actually sitting down and reading books. So I just want you to reiterate that to him. I'm visually seeing it. It's working. It's wonderful. And let's do some more stuff like that. Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Commissioner Sanchez.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, you guys are always putting such wonderful events together, and I like the way the sentence has San Fernando and leader and pioneer in the same sentence. So I'm excited to see what is made of this project with that Maribel mentioned, and to see that other cities follow suit, right? Just like San Fernando. And yeah, I agree with her, with Commissioner Brooks about the little libraries. I haven't seen those two, but I see the one on 8th Street in front of, it's almost Brand, and behind the school. And I always see different books coming in and out, in and out. So it's really good to see. Those are such wonderful projects. Hopefully we get a chance to see, maybe even attend the unveiling of the plaque of the gentleman that installed it. It's really good for us. No, once again, thank you for everything you guys do. We are a great city because of you guys right there. So thank you.
Thank you. Julio, just one thing. I did go through the parks a few weeks ago, a couple weeks ago. So the chain on the Rudy Ortega Park, the one on Hubbard, is really loose and pretty old. It gives enough space for a person to actually squeeze through there and go in there. I was actually with one of the officers on a patrol who walked me through the parks, me and Commissioner for Safety and Transportation. And so if we could have maybe that replaced, the officers had said that it is kind of loose and pretty old, and they sometimes have issues trying to open it up at times.
Thank you for the report. I will definitely get it into the right department. And this is a perfect opportunity to remind all of our residents that whenever they see something like that, it's always great to have the city app where they can take a picture, they can report it, and it goes straight to Mr. Johnson's email. So thank you so much. We'll get it reported right away.
Great, thank you. And thank you so much, ladies. It's good to see you here tonight, Marisol. So with that being said, if there's no additional questions or comments, I'm going to adjourn the meeting. The time is now 8:44. Good night. Thank you.